Many celebrities have been making strange moves since Diddy's arrest. Now sources have confirmed that Ellen DeGeneres has left the country for an early retirement and has bought a new home in the UK. Coincidence? I think not. Grab your popcorn. Let's get into this tea.
And then, we have the top 2 floors of the hotel.
And then it will carry on there?
Yeah. Then no, I mean the after party.
No, I know about them.
It's not news that Ellen and Diddy have maintained a publicly friendly relationship for years, with Diddy making multiple appearances on The Ellen DeGeneres Show. Seriously, Diddy has been a regular guest at the show since 2006, and he made his last appearance on the show in 2022, so it's pretty recent. When you sum it up, it's clear that they've been friends for almost 20 years. So Ellen leaving the country almost immediately after Diddy got arrested is a bit suspicious. It almost makes one wonder if there are deeper meanings to her exit. So where is Ellen moving to? Well, she is trading the California sun for the allure of the UK countryside. Recently, a news site reported that she snagged herself a rather posh property in the Cotswolds, an area known for its cozy countryside vibe and celebrity residence. Given that she's also on her way to winding down her career with a final Netflix stand-up special, it looks suspiciously like she's escaping the Hollywood scene for a quieter life. But could this have anything to do with the recent legal storm involving Sean Diddy Combs? Let's talk about how close these two are. They have always teased each other about parties on the Ellen DeGeneres Show. Diddy has even invited Ellen to his parties.
So tell me about your birthday party. Am I invited?
Yes, you're definitely invited. I invite you to all my parties. You just haven't seemed to show up.
No, well, is it on the East Coast?
Yes.
Well, that's why.
And Ellen has invited him to her parties.
Are you going to be early for my party?
Yes, I am. No.
No.
I have to arrive fashionably late.
All right. Not too late, though.
Not too late?
Not too late, please.
What time would you like me there?
I'll tell you later.
Okay.
That's interesting. Social media users have voiced their concerns regarding their close relationship, and have even gone as far as alleging that the comedian was among the A-listers who frequented Diddy's controversial parties, suggesting that there's no way she wouldn't have known. Now, no one has truly confirmed that Ellen attended freak-offs for sure, but she does love talking about parties with Diddy. In another interview where she questioned him about his many names, Sean Combs said that when he is called Diddy, he isn't fun. When Ellen tries to tell him he is fun, he says she hung out with Puff Daddy, not Diddy.
Oh, I've hung out with Diddy before. Diddy's fun.
Yeah, no, that was Puff Daddy.
Sean Combs basically implied that when he hangs out with Ellen, he brings out his more fun personality, which is called Puff Daddy. It's hard to tell what fun means to him these days. If we assume that his idea of fun is hosting freak-off parties, which are basically just orgies, then it's not hard to guess who he would invite. This is why people are wondering just how much fun Ellen had with Diddy to make them so close. Was it a one-time thing, or was she a regular? It wasn't long before the internet dug up Ellen's tweets and old show clips with Diddy, because apparently 2024 social media isn't forgiving anyone on their past jokes. Ellen once called Diddy Cuddle McSnuggle Stuff in a birthday tweet, which back then just seemed quirky. But now, that nickname isn't getting quite the same laugh, because in what reasonable situation would you dub a grown man the nickname Cuddle McSnuggle Stuff? Then again, if the two were close enough to have nicknames for each other, then why isn't Ellen being as supportive as his family? She hasn't released any statement regarding the case, and she bought a new home far away from the US. Even with all of these strange behaviors, let's cut Ellen some slack. She's been through a lot in recent years. So maybe the property is just a cute buy for her to spend some time in the countryside. But it almost seems as if she's getting ahead of things by setting up a getaway home outside the US. Do you think that's what she's doing? Let's remember why being associated with Diddy is a big deal nowadays. For years, the mogul has been dropping hints on how outrageous his parties were. But to the public, it always seemed like consensual fun.
But I could think of you of starting a party at like midnight. Like, what time will it go till?
That's a different type of party, though.
This interview was back in 2010, and the audience laughed it off. But in hindsight, he had made it clear that his parties were not normal. Ellen did not react to this different type of party statement, and just continued asking how long his parties would last. She's usually known as someone who digs into little details, and it's weird that she did not ask what made the late parties different. Social media users also think that the way they laughed together was because they knew most of the public had no idea what really went on at these parties. It felt like a partner in crime situation. And let's not pretend Ellen's reputation is spotless here. She's been in hot water before. Remember the whole toxic work environment allegations that pretty much tanked her show? So now people are asking, did Ellen know more about Diddy's supposed misdeeds than she let on? Only time will tell. Another video that has resurfaced from 2002 showed that Diddy was very calculating when hosting these parties.
A lot of heat.
A lot of heat.
Yeah.
Heat. You mean that physically the place has to be hot?
You don't have no air conditioning.
No air conditioning.
No.
Why is that?
Heat affects the alcohol, and it also affects, like, everybody gets a little bit more comfortable and loose.
Imagine going to the party of a famous artist thinking you'll at least have the air conditioning on, but he turns it off because he wants the alcohol to be as effective as possible. It started as a joke, but after he went down into details, you can see his manner change. Heat affects the alcohol is one of the most calculated statements that shows that he has done his research to find out the best way to get people intoxicated. Diddy also looked serious, like he was explaining a crime plan to his potential accomplice. With all of these videos on the internet, it did not exactly come as a shock when he was arrested and charged in September 2024. We're talking racketeering, sex trafficking, forced labor, kidnapping, and obstruction of justice. Basically, every felony in the book. Allegedly, he ran a full-blown underground operation with what's being called freak-off parties that involved a lot of coercion. Oh, let's not forget that the FBI claims he recorded these events to hold over people's heads, keeping everyone silent under threat of exposure. This wasn't some sketchy one-off either. It's said to be an empire of abuse that could get him locked up for decades.
Diddy is unequivocally, undeniably a false idol. It just is what it is. This is coming from a kid that stood online to buy No Way Out CD, a guy that I looked up to, a guy that I supported.
Diddy definitely disappointed many fans with these revelations. But what killed his public image was the video of him abusing Cassie Ventura, his ex-girlfriend of 11 years. In November 2023, Cassie dropped a bombshell lawsuit against her former partner Diddy. The accusations were horrifying, with claims of sex slavery and abuse that continued for years. Cassie accused Diddy, then 37, of luring her into a drug-fueled world of violence and depravity, where he held not just control over her music career, but also over her personal life. In a twist that floored everyone, Diddy immediately settled the case out of court in just one day. Rumor has it that Cassie was compensated with a $100 million settlement. At this point, Diddy's lawyers still claimed that he was innocent and just decided to settle out of court out of respect for Cassie. The thing is, no one shelves out $100 million because they want to remain on good terms with their ex. Just when Diddy and his legal team thought that he was gonna get away with everything, a shocking footage that would destroy his public image was released in May 2024.
Tonight, CNN has exclusively obtained 2016 surveillance video showing Sean Diddy Combs physically assaulting his then-girlfriend, Cassie Ventura, in the hallway of a Los Angeles hotel.
The footage, which aired on CNN, left little to the imagination and became the smoking gun that cast doubt on his denials. Diddy was in damage control mode, hoping to stamp out the flames before they spread further by releasing some half-baked apology video.
I take full responsibility for my actions in that video. I'm disgusted. I was disgusted then when I did it, I'm disgusted now.
Okay? But your lawyers basically called Cassie a liar, and now you take responsibility. You can probably guess why the public did not buy this apology. It also does not help that now people have found hidden meanings in old videos. As more stories emerge, it's clear that these allegations didn't come out of nowhere. Rumors about Diddy's questionable behavior have swirled for years, particularly about his infamous flavor camp retreats, where young talent would stay with him to learn the ropes. The name Flavor Camp was a huge tell that it probably wasn't a suitable place for kids. One of the most famous guests was none other than Usher. The R&B singer was just 13 years old when he stayed with Diddy in New York as part of his career development.
I lived with Sean Puffy Combs for a year.
That's the crazy thing. Now, that was L.A. Reid's idea, right? We're sending you over to something called Puffy Flavor Camp.
There you go.
To learn
Flavor Camp?
Yeah,
Flavor
that's
Camp.
what it was.
Usher recounts his time as pretty wild, with things going on that he could barely comprehend at the time. A lot of hip-hop royalty visited the house, and it was an interesting time for him. But through it all, Diddy's party lifestyle meant that young Usher had a front row seat to the wild side of Diddy. We don't exactly know whether Usher was involved in more intense parties or if it was tame, but he never seemed to openly criticize Diddy throughout the years. Now, Howard Stern couldn't resist asking if Usher would ever let his own kids go to a place like Flavor Camp, and Usher's hell no was as direct as it gets. And then there's Jeff Wittek, a YouTuber who once hinted at the activities during Diddy's parties, saying, "The higher you go, the weirder it gets."
I actually went to a Diddy lingerie party, freak off party in Miami at a mansion. It was like 8 stories high, and it just kept going up, and the higher you went, the weirder shit was going on.
Jeff claims he was invited to one of Diddy's notorious freak-off parties back in 2010, where the scene was something out of a wild Hollywood script. He said there was live adult entertainment going on right before his very eyes. Jeff confessed he was absolutely shocked, stating, "It was just crazy. I was literally there and lived through it." Although he claimed that he didn't participate in any of the wilder activities he saw, he was so drunk that he did not remember most of what happened. There have also been claims that drinking anything, even when it seems like a popular alcohol brand in Diddy's party, is a huge risk, because it could be laced with something. Do you think that's what happened? More people are probably sweating bullets as they are being connected to Diddy. With celebrities like Kim Kardashian, Paris Hilton, and Mariah Carey on the list of guests at Diddy's events, the scandal isn't just a concern for the music industry. It threatens to reach every corner of Hollywood. Jay-Z, Diddy's longtime friend and collaborator, has yet to make any public comment on the allegations. Given their close relationship, some are wondering if Jay-Z knew more than he let on. Could it be that the rapper, whose friendship with Diddy stretches back decades, is staying silent to avoid getting caught up in the drama? We can't wait for all that will be revealed during this trial. So there you have it. As the scandal unfolds, one thing is clear. Diddy isn't the only one with skeletons in his closet, and Hollywood's elite might soon be feeling the heat. Could this be the start of a massive fallout for some of the biggest names in showbiz? Are we about to see the industry's biggest cover-up unravel? Or will these stars find a way to escape the spotlight like they always do? Let us know what you think in the comments below. And you can even imagine what other A-list celebrities have fled the country in this next video.